Now in this video we are going to see what are the menu design principles that we can use in designing our menu. So this short video will be based to give you some more insights on how to we design the menu. So the first principle is always the first impression, right? So your menu need to be provide a very good first impression, because when the customer is coming at your restaurant or your hotel, they are already very hungry. They don't want to read a full menu. So use friendly dish titles, use clear headings, use other visual techniques to make your menu good. So it needs to clean. It doesn't it If your menu has bad color combinations, difficult to read, especially in the dark areas, or has a lot of pictures or lot of difficult font size to read, font style to read, then the customer's appetite and the customer's frustration is very much very high. So it will reduce the popularity, not only popularity of your menu, but also it will make the customer unhappy. So the first impression of the customer will be very bad. So because before it eats your food, customer, and it judges the quality of your food, it looks at the menu. So right, so the menu need to be very clean. Menu need to sometime when we go to the restaurant, we see the menu is crumbled, it's dirty, it's not clean, or it's a lot of pages, is full of marks here there, so it provides a very bad impression. So the menu need to be clean, and it needs to have a friendly dish titles. So sometimes dish titles are very difficult to pronounce for normal guests, so that makes it even more difficult for the customers to order. The headings are, we don't know where are the headings, what are the ingredients, or there are a lot of visual techniques that we're going to be learning now to make the menu look good. But generally it needs to be clean, it needs to be tidy. There are certain sweet spots that in the menu always that we should be able to use. So what are the sweet spots? When the diners scan the menu, the eye and tie to first towards the upper left right corner, right? So which is known as the industry sweet spot. So the menu should be able, so the prominent items which we have discussed in our menu engineering course, uh, star items or puzzle items which are highly profitable but not so popular, should be placed on that particular location. So if the based on your menu, if it's a one panel or two panel, the most attention goes to the top of page. Usually our eyes usually read from the right, the left corner of the panel first, and then towards the right, and then that is the usually the place where is the most of the items are kept. So right topmost corner is usually for logos for your menu items. So top of the page is usually if it's a one panel menu, top of the page will be the most usual, most attention. The least attention will be going towards under the just below the bottom of your page. If it's a two panel restaurant, if it's a two panel menu, it will go to the right side panel and the top. So if it will be going on the right side, and the least attention will be given to the items which are just above the bottom of the left side panel. So people don't look at the left side panel and the lower side. So that is the sweet spot. So you may want to stuff your plow horses or dogs there. Three panel book is usually the top of the third panel is get highest or the middle of the panel, and similar to the two panel, the least attention will go to the bottom of the first panel. If it's a many pages, many panels, then top of the each page will be the highest menu generate highest attention generator, and the least will be the bottom of every page. So people want to just look at the first page, the top, and then go towards the next. So these are usually the high speed spot items. So why we are identifying sweet spots is because we want to feature our prominent items there. the most selling items, the most popular items, or the most profitable items which we want to upsell. So we want to put those items in the sweet spots. Here's an example of the items where you can see the items is being sold, which are on the right side corner of the item is being the highest expensive, the most expensive items here are being sold, oysters and shellfish, and there are other things which are zip and other things are put on the left side of the panel. Choice of the panel. So how do we make which choice, what should, how many pages you should have on your menu? So one page panel usually is for casual dining. People are not taking it seriously. It's not a full dining experience, so it's more light casual. It's usually used by cafes, by coffee shops, or other casual dining items. Two panel is usually the most used use most menu. Generate a full item, full dining experience, and is crisp to use. The most attention is on the right panel, so you can use your the light most items and the regular items on the left side. Three panel are usually is also okay, but if you have a lot of items to sell, the many panel menu is usually where you have a very lot of items to sell. But you need to remember, if you have multiple panels, multiple pages, the ability of to influence the customer's decision is very difficult, because there are a lot of things to choose from. That's why it's make it difficult for the customers to choose the items. So less menu on the less pages on the menu makes it even more, it makes it easier for customer to choose.